Hey folks, Landstryder here. Welcome to episode 21 in my Utopia Resurrection series. This pack's available on the Feed the Beast launcher. I am joined in TeamSpeak today by Dornall, and he's off working on a secret project. We're going to have to hold off on showing you that until it's a little further along. But I have some tech upgrades I want to do today. We are getting close to the end of the tech line in GregTech. I would love to get the quantum armor, but that is going to require a lot of iridium. And in order to do that, we're going to have to make some replicators, a scanner, and there's one other thing that involves the scanner, the replicator, and the mass fabricator, I believe. Yeah, mass fabricator probably is for making the juice. The problem with doing these is these field generators. Let's see, we're looking at the mass fabricator right now. The field generators require osmium wire, and that osmium wire, and even the basic field generator requires 1x osmium wire. So in order to get that osmium, I was thinking, for a while there, I was thinking that I couldn't get it. But then Rorax kindly pointed out that it is possible to get the osmium through processing iridium ore. And you can actually find iridium ore in the end. It's fairly rare. It spawns in platinum fields, in platinum clouds. So you find platinum, iridium ore. I forget the other specific ore that spawns with it. But one of the byproducts of the platinum ore, or the iridium ore, sorry, byproducts, there we go, is osmium dust. So the only way to get it in this pack, the only way to get your initial bits of osmium is to go into the end and find some iridium and then process that for the byproducts. So getting byproducts, here we go. So I've only got 39 iridium ore. That's all I managed to find, which is not bad. I mean, I could use some of that. Suddenly I have another, that was weird, like I suddenly got another piece of iridium in there, the IC2 style iridium. So the iridium ore, we're going to process that up. Now, I'm thinking, like, if I put this in the pulverizer, I might have a better chance of getting some osmium dust straight off of the bat. Where is it at? Pulverizer. See, I have a 10% chance. Oh, that's platinum. So that's not too important. So, platinum is important, don't get me wrong. I need platinum. But the methods I have to get platinum are much greater now, because I can pulverize end stone and get bits of platinum out of that. Plus, I have a whole bunch of actual platinum ore now from finding the iridium in the platinum clusters. See, see, I have about 53 platinum ore, so I'm not hurting for platinum right this second. Well, so I guess processing this through the maciator is probably going to be okay. Maybe this maciator will give me a little bit of osmium. Maybe. I hope. Let's, well, we could watch that happen. But while that's macerating, sorry, I don't know why I say maciate, because that's definitely not how you say that word, says somebody I'd like to point out. I murder the English language, so macerate is the correct way to say that. So there you go. I forget who mentioned that, but it's not the first time I've been called out on a mispronunciation. Because up here, while I'm waiting for the iridium, I thought I'd show you this. Look, we've got extra trees. We got walnuts. These things are weird. You don't harvest them by right-clicking on them. They just kind of drop walnuts on the ground occasionally. So if I wanted to collect the walnuts, I would need something to run around and pick them up, either a Thaumcraft Golem or some more vacuum hoppers. But this walnut tree is not actually here because I wanted walnuts. I needed the walnut tree to get one of the trees that I was looking to have a chestnut tree. Same with the cherry. It's just part of the progression. And I set an industrial apiary up here with a radioactive bee, so I would be getting some combs that I need, plus it's collecting, if we look in here, it's collecting pollen using the sieve upgrade. So it's not actually pollinating the trees. Instead, it's collecting that pollen so that I can use the pollen in the genetic manipulators down here, the advanced, the gendistry stuff. So, and that's how I actually got the walnut, and I made an arborist chest to store all the forestry saplings. I'll refrain from adding my R to saplings today. Since we're doing the correct pronunciation day, so it's
no more sapperlings.
No more sapperlings for this episode. They'll come back later.
I need more stone bus.
Okay, yeah, 1 second. Yeah, you can see I had a hill cherry in there. I did get a couple of those from village chests while I was out exploring, looking for the desert and stuff, which I never did actually find. Thankfully, the way I did actually get that bee was Aiko gave me the genome for that bee. There's plenty of stone in there. I'll cook up some more cobble. The multi-smelter... Lag spike. The multi-smelter is working out wonderfully for this. It cooks quite a lot of stone all at once. What's the total there? Yeah, I think it's like 18 at a time in a fairly short time. Haven't got a lot of use for the implosion compressor yet, but we will shortly once I have a supply of iridium and I start making my quantum armor, because I need reinforced iridium plates to make that stuff, which is one of the reasons I want to get the mass fabricator and all that stuff worked out relatively soon. So let's go take a look at that, see if we can push the ore forward, see if we got any good byproducts yet. Okay, so it is giving me platinum as well. The Maciator is giving me platinum. So where I'm going to get the, what do I have left in here? Crust nether quartz. Oh, I need that in there. Plutonium in my inventory, that's not good. Get that out of there. There's the quartz. This thing, I've been... Instead of running the nether quartz through the whole process, kind of sidetracked here for a second, but instead of running the nether quartz through the whole process, I've just been macerating it and getting the crushed, and then bringing it over to the hammer. Watch how fast this thing goes through a stack of crushed nether quartz, turning it into impure, which I can then go take up to the top level where I have a cauldron by the pond and wash it. I'll do that. I'm going to do that some other time, but I just wanted to show you how fast the hammer works. Much, much faster than a standard steam hammer. So I want to take my crushed iridium ore and go ahead and throw it in the ore washer. I think I'm going to get a little bit more platinum at this stage, and then, yeah, a little bit more platinum in this stage, but this stage in the advanced thermal centrifuge, there's where I'm going to get my osmium. So I had 39, or no, I had a full stack there, so I'm going to get like 7 pieces of osmium out of that. And there's a little bit more, plus 14 or so. I'll go ahead and put this platinum away. I'll be using that later to probably make some tesseracts and things. So, can this go in? Can this fit in there yet? Not quite. While I'm waiting for that to process up, we'll come back over here and talk a little bit more about trees. I'm not going to talk about bees too much, but there is one, because I promised I wasn't going to talk too much about bees in the rest of the series, but there's one thing I would like to really put out, because it's a big issue that I had, and you might run into it if you do the same thing. Over here, you'll notice I have perfect binomes set up. These have they're down here. It has the full, the best stats that I thought would work the best for the environment and stuff. Where I have rocks as the flower, fastest speed to give me the best amount of honeycomb and whatever product I'm trying to get out of the bees. This is the shortest lifespan because one's a short life, this one's the long lifespan on the other side. But this one's more for like when I first get an initial species and I want to get the drones, I want that short lifespan and fertility of 4. Flowering fastest because I want it to pollinate really fast. Well, here's the issue with that. Bees that have rocks as their flower type will not pollinate trees, and they won't collect pollen if you have a sieve upgrade in your thing. So I figured that out after messing around for a while, and eventually had to do some forum crawling to find that information. So the long lifespan, you notice that the flower type is actual flowers, and the fertility on the long lifespan is 1. So that one is basically, I use this one for setting up my, after the bee is completely done and I just want products from it. I don't want to be dealing with extra drones and stuff. I just want the honeycomb and stuff, or whatever product it produces. That is I run it through with that genetic template and get the result there. So, and both of those perfect binomes up there, they don't have a species. Notice that they're missing 1 chromosome out of 13. Neither of these have a species. I do have one right over here that is my radioactive bee. This has the full 13 chromosomes, so I could use this to replicate some bees. The problem with replicated bees is they are ignoble. We don't want them, and they'll die off eventually. We don't really care about that. So I'm gonna use that on some of my pristine stock, and probably eventually fill these all up with radioactives, except for one. I kind of need this tropical because I want to get the silky stuff. But I have sieve upgrades in these too, and they are close enough to the trees up on the in the biodome to collect pollen, which is great because they have maximum size territory off of the perfect binome. I've got maximum territory and pretty much got all the top tier stats for these, and these have already been applied to them. You notice I got a bunch of radioactive comb waiting for me so I can get some more fuel. Probably have some in the system from the bee upstairs. And this is a lot more talking about bees than I intended. But it kind of goes with the tree stuff that I've been doing. And it's going to take more than a few minutes for that full stack to run through there. It's actually more than half done, so that's good. Let's go ahead and pull out these materials here so that it'll continue and finish. Let's get rid of the stone. And I could just throw the stone into the system because my barrel of stone dust downstairs has a void upgrade on it, and I'll never have more than 4,096. Actually, I'll probably always have 4,096 because I don't really have a use for it. I don't plan on making any what's that stuff called? Construction foam? Yeah. Don't plan on making any of that. But there we go. Osmium. I've got my first 6 dust, and I'll figure out what I need to do to process that here in a moment. Whoop, no, arrows. There we go. So what I do with the radioactive combs is I could throw them in the centrifuge over there, but this one works just as well. Somebody was centrifuging something. Redstone, sulfur, I'm going to guess rare earth? Maybe? I'm not sure.
Netherrack.
Netherrack, okay. I'm just going to go ahead and toss all this stuff in this filing cabinet because that's where all the rest of the tiny dusts and small dusts are usually located. Yeah, I just been throwing them in my centrifuge over here because this will get me the same results. It's just a little bit faster and then I'm closer to the machine that this has to go to. Although I usually put my protective suit on when I move this crushed uranium around. I haven't been radioactively poisoned yet, that I remember anyway, this season. Maybe I was. I don't know. So yeah, I'll just throw those extra ones back in there for now. Let's go check on this. Is it close? It is on the very last one. Good, good. Very good. Okay. Pull that extra stuff out. Wait for that last one there. Now, did I get any? Oh, yeah. Sweet. I did get some extra osmium out of the final maceration. Well, that one's going to be rough for me to remember to say correctly. There we go. And get all of this osmium. Very, very good. Alright, well now I've got to process this osmium. I got 14 total ingots. So, even though I'm going to have 14 total ingots, all of these things, so I need the replicator. There we go. Narrow the list down a little bit. And each level of these requires, okay, so this requires a field generator and a bunch of emitters. The emitters are 10, okay, so they don't require any osmium for the emitter. That's good. The field generators are where the osmium comes in. So one osmium wire. So I'm going to get 2 wire out of an ingot, right? Is that right? Get 2 wire out of an ingot. Pretty sure.
Yes.
So that's 2 ingots if I make the lowest tier right there. Let's figure out how much the lowest tier would cost and whether or not I have enough. If I have twice that amount, then I should be able to make the tier 2 stuff instead. So that's 2, or I mean that's 2 ingots for the next. So it's 2 ingots for every field generator basically. So for the what was the other parts I was talking about earlier? I need a scanner. Probably don't need any scanner. Oh, that's C-A-N-N. There we go. I can spell today, just like any other day. So no osmium required for the scanner. So I could make the scanner. I could probably use a high voltage scanner. That way, at least it would scan fast. And I'm, from what I understand from reading up about this stuff, is it can take a very, very long time to scan an element into a crystal or whatever you do to scan it. So let's, the other thing I need is the mass fabricator. That's right. So the mass fabricator and the replicator are the ones that are going to use the field generators. So this one takes 2 field generators. So that's a total of 6 ingots. Well, I have 14 osmium dust to make 14 ingots. So I could go up to the advanced versions because they're just going to take the 2x wire and some good circuits. We'll have to make some circuits. So yeah, that'd be the way to go, right? That way I can at least get it done a little bit faster. I had enough to make the that. And then I'll have a little bit of osmium left over to scan. Because the first thing I'm going to want to set my mass fabricator up to replicate, is osmium, so I can make the higher tier fabricators. And then the second thing I want to set up is, and when I make those higher tier fabricators, I'll set those up to make iridium. And I'll probably just leave the lower tiers running, making the osmium all the time. Now, hopefully I have the power. And like, even if I don't have the power, I can build another reactor, set up all those bees I've been talking about, and we'll have plenty of power. So, all right. So let's see if we can just cook this in a regular furnace to get an ingot. Oh, we can. Good. Okay, so nothing special there. Actually, let me save 2 of these. Go ahead and cook the rest. Well, I'm going to need 1 to scan. So let's get the first bit is we'll just do the mass fabricator first. So we'll make the advanced mass fabricator. You're going to need some advanced circuits. Some 4x annealed copper. Oh, it could be regular copper too. I've seen it. It says, yeah. So 4 advanced circuits. I might have some of this stuff. How much of this do I have already? I have 1 advanced circuit. For sure I had more than that. Circuit stuff. I have electric circuits. I have good circuits in there already. Well, that's good. Let's see what I have over here. Ready to go. Some advanced circuit parts. That's good. Be able to make some circuit. Okay, that one's not set up for making anything, or for making something else anyway, not circuitry. Silicon. I should have a bunch of silicon plates. I do have quite a few silicon plates, and I believe advanced circuits are gold. So I need gold foil, and that's just run the. I should probably teach this thing to make gold foil because I have this set up now. Could easily do that. In fact, that's how those gold plates are going to end up back in the machine there in a second. So let's get this set up in there. Let's get those gold plates back out. Gold plates, bunch of them. Actually, there we go. 16 of them. It completed those pretty fast. Since I upgraded this to the... Oh, it's still making them. Since I upgraded this to the Advanced 2, it actually seems like it does does things a lot faster than the old one. Especially gold. I remember that one always taking too long for my liking. So that foil is going to end up back over here too. And gonna use the red garnet out of the bottom one. There we go. That should automatically get pushed over and then make some advanced circuit boards. Yeah, there we go. Advanced circuits. Let's go make a few. So I need at least 3 more for this overall. And we're doing the advanced mass fabricator. So I need 2 field generators. These are just good circuits around osmium wire and an ender eye. So all those osmium ingots that I made are going to get put right into being wire. Apparently I was making some raw carbon fiber earlier. This is going to get me 12 of the 2x wires, basically, for all of the field generators I need. So I'm going to need a total of 3 field generators. And go ahead and do the 2x wire. I don't think I have enough good circuits in here, though. I do not. I need 8 more good circuits. So, good circuits. Gotta remember how to make those now. I'm pretty sure it's add something to a regular circuit in an assembly thing. So let's been a while since I've had to make a good circuit. It's more NAND chips added to a regular chip. Circuit. I have 2 regular ones. Alright, I think you guys have seen about the level of complexity of this and what I'm going to need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put together the rest of the little parts and stuff. And when I've got all the parts and stuff ready to go, I'll come back and we'll throw them together and find a good place to put them. Okay, folks, back for just a moment. I just wanted to share you this is taking a lot longer getting all these parts together than I thought it would. One of the reasons is because I can't make olivine plates anymore. That's one of the plate recipes that got lost in the update. So in order to make those particular circuits for the level of scanner I need to be able to make emerald plates, which is the only recipe that's still in game for that circuit. And to do that, I need to have a cutting machine. So we, for a while, thought we were going to get away with not having to have one of these around, but it looks like we're definitely going to have to make one. And this thing was its own headache because I had to make a diamond saw blade. Which had a cobalt brass gear and some diamond dust and an assembler. We didn't have any cobalt brass. I had to make that, etc., and then conveyor belts and electric motors and stuff. But here it is, advanced cutting machine. Got that. Now I might end up having to make a few extra circuits because of needing this. Now, here's the problem I'm going to have, is it needs to have water. And I've got the retrieval node on top of that chemical reactor right there. And I've got, well, I think this conveyor, or this filing cabinet right there is going to have to go, because that's my easiest spot to get water and power to this machine. So it's going to have to go there. This filing cabinet is going to have to go someplace else. It's got a bunch of raccoons magic stuff in it. And I'm just going to stick it back here in this corner for now. And magical dust stuff. And then I need to get one piece of cable, some silver, yeah, and go hook that up, and then I should be able to cut a plate of emerald, which I'm going to have to form a block of emerald first. So while I'm going around to get the wire, let's get that compressed. And I forgot. I got a roof on this room now. But I guess it's a good time to point out that I have a hatch up here now. I put a vent up there, so it kind of looks like a natural thing in the room. But that's my hatch to get up in here and be able to do maintenance. So there we go. Attach that. And that should power up. I got quite a few machines on that circuit, so I have to make sure that I don't use all these at once. But I don't think that'd be a problem. The cutting saw is not going to be used very often. The recipe that uses water takes a lot more power to cut with, and it takes a lot more time than if we had lubricant. But I didn't feel like immediately going and making a brewing machine in order to be able to make the lubricant to go in this. I might do that later. Especially if we end up having to use this more often. But there we go. Advanced kind of. Well, it didn't take too long. Funshine made it sound like it took forever to do that, but that was relatively quick. But he probably didn't have a high voltage cutter either, so he probably used a lower voltage cutter. So there we go. I needed the circuit plates, or the emerald plates, in order to make the scanner. If we look in here, it requires these data circuits for the tier that I want. I probably could have just went with a lower tier, but I want it to be as quick as possible. I would have went with an even higher tier, but that's we don't have the stuff really to do that with. So anyway, let me get these put together, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, I believe I've got enough circuits and everything made. But I kind of lost count at some point, so we'll see. So first thing I need is a scanner. Again, I want that to be the super high voltage one. And that's, not super high, but the high voltage version runs on the same voltage as all the rest of the machines in the lab. Right now, almost the rest of them. So I need to make the emitter still. Some chrome rods, some circuits, an emerald, some gold wires. I should have all that stuff in there. There we go. One high voltage emitter and a scanner, which is another chrome rod. Some stainless steel plates. I forgot those. Forgot the stainless steel plates on that. 1, 2, 3. Actually, yeah, 4. I need 4, I believe, for that. Those will only take a second. Probably by the time I get back over here, they'll be in there. Scanner. There we go. Yeah, that did it. And finally, I should be able to make this. No. Oh, for some reason, the scanners and emitters and certain things from GregTech doesn't seem to want to click into their emitter. There it is. Emitter. What was the other thing called? A scammer? I need a scammer. Sensor. That's what it's called. Sensor. There we go. An advanced scanner. Where do I want to put this? I think I'm actually going to remove the high voltage locker because I want to move that someplace else. I actually want to put my high voltage locker there that I use to charge up my armor, possibly in my my living quarters area, because people come by here and they don't realize how that thing works, and they'll click on it and they'll make off with my armor and won't even realize it. So probably best to put it in my private area. So there we go. We got the scanner hooked up, and now I can scan some things. I probably want to get that working right away, so I'm not even, what do I need to do to, so I want to scan the osmium, right? So if I look at the uses on the, whoops, let's get a piece of it out of there. Trying to press the R or the U button while you're in the Applied Energistics interface doesn't seem to work most of the time. So the usages of that, I should be able to find something where there we go, scanner, and it needs to go onto a data orb. So I'm going to need to make a data orb. What's that involved with that? That's 2 data control circuits and 18 engraved crystal chips. Wow. Okay, well, that's going to take me a moment. So I guess I will go ahead and make the other things real quick. Hopefully, when I'll see if I have all the parts, and if not, then I'm going to have to take a quick cut and make the rest of the circuits, because those are just tedious. So I want a mass fabricator next, and wish I could go straight to the high voltage, but unfortunately I need to use this size fabricator, so I need to make the field generators, and I might as well just go ahead and make all 3 of them, because I need the one for the replicator. Let's see, should I have everything else? Oh, of course, field. Another one of those parts that doesn't want to go in automatically. There we go, mass fabricator. And then the final part that I would need is replicator. And that's going to require 4 of these medium voltage emitters. I made a bunch of these Electrum. Hopefully I have enough rods in there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I do have plenty of materials. I even have some left over. So let's look at that. Oh, and apparently if they're in my inventory, they'll shift click in, but if they're inside the system, they won't. Go figure. Or maybe it's just, no, anyway, doesn't matter. Got the 2 parts I need. But first I need a transformer to get them down to the proper voltage. So I need a medium voltage transformer. I could have swore I had one of these left over. Probably disassembled it. Oh well. They're not too difficult to make. So this is going to have to go someplace. It's probably going to go downstairs, because I imagine this is going to I'm going to have this running most of the time. I might want to put a cutoff switch onto it somehow. So let's get the medium voltage machine casing. It's going to be aluminum. So we get 8 of those. And I'm going to need, do I have? I do not have another HV transformer handy. Well, I might have an option for that. I go down here and look. I'm thinking I want to put it like right here. Right in front, right in between these machines. So I can put the GregTech transformer connected to this HV transformer, which should have 5 outputs. And then just put a rubber sheet on that one so it doesn't connect to the machine that I'm putting right in front of it. And that should give it direct power. Yeah, that'll work. Give me a rubber sheet. We'll go down. I should only need to put it on that machine there. Yeah, I won't even go on that because I don't have to worry about the IC2 cable connecting to the GregTech machine. And then finish up making my transformer up here. Transformer. And go away, power wrench. I want a regular wrench. Go away. Shoo, there. If you shift click while it's showing the power wrench, it won't put the wrench in there. And then finally, copper and gold. Hopefully I have all that in there. Not enough copper. And it didn't put the machine casing there. There's the medium voltage machine casing. Hold that out for a second. Gold wire. Do I have any wire? Nope. I just have to make a couple. No, there's plenty of it. It's right there. Gold cable. Ton of it. Oh, I need copper. Copper cable. Copper, all I have is the 4X. I have to make a little bit of that. And I should really hook this wire machine up to the AE system too, since I have the interface right there, and could do the same because that's well, I could with a little bit of tweaking now. I think I could actually get the circuits completely automated. I had to take out one of these lines and probably use 2 precision laser formers instead, because some circuits require the red garnet lens and some circuits require the green lens. So yeah, I'd have to upgrade one of the precision laser gravers to move these 2 machines someplace else. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Rubber sheets I have in my inventory. Actually, I think it's just 1 rubber sheet per wire. Let's go ahead and make all that. Okay. Let's get this done. Transformer. Do that. Do that. Oh, I know what I didn't do. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. I gotta do that. Forgot a step. Make the transformer. There we go. Now I got a fully functioning transformer. Good thing I made some extra copper cable, not just exactly the amount I needed. So go down and connect this. I think this will work. Ooh. Will that? Eek. I'm a little scared there. I don't think I've tried like this before. I've usually used the other kind of transformer. Do I have one of those? Maybe I do. I do not. Maybe I should make one, just in case. I'm a little nervous about that. So, yeah, somehow I don't want to have the high voltage transformer connected directly to the GregTech transformer. I would rather test that in a single player before I put it right beside two big multi-block machines that are expensive to replace. So, and the medium voltage transformer is not that expensive. It's just a basic machine block and a couple pieces of wire. You even have those parts handy already. All right, there we go. Good enough. Which means, whoops, I went down. Did I go? Yeah, I'm on the right level. Which means I really didn't actually need that that wire there. Now, do I still want to put it here? Do I still want to put it right here? Yeah, sure, why not? Then I can put the transformer up there and the two machines below it. Right? Would work. Well, I actually have to put the transformer all the way up there, actually. No. I do want it on this line, though, because this line over here can get heavily taxed whenever I'm using this to process ore. And that MFSU up there doesn't need any more. Doesn't need any more drain. This one only gets heavily drained when I'm using the blast furnace. So let's get this. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put it right there. Go ahead and turn it around. Face the plug towards the wire. Put my GregTech transformer right there. Face the plug. Come on. Face the plug towards the transformer. Well, that looks suspiciously like it's in the wrong mode. I hope not. No way for me to tell without having a GT scanner for sure. Well, I could face it away. Really, it's not hooked up to anything, so yeah. Let me just test that, before I hook it up. No, that's the right mode. It was in the right mode. Let me all right, face that the right direction again, and I'm gonna need 2 bits of cable now instead, since I ended up not connecting it directly to the faces of the transformer, which is what I was going to originally do. This requires copper, I think. Copper cable? Yeah, 128, 4 amps. That'll work. You know, I didn't know. I don't actually pay attention to how much. They don't really say how many amps they have. I'm guessing it's just 1, or that they'll use. There we go. That won't connect to either of those. We're good there. So these will just Mass Fabricator on the bottom and Replicator. And these are the first time I've ever messed with these, so let's get rid of this torch. Really don't need all these torches all over the place anymore now that we have the Magnum torch upstairs. I just haven't gone around and cleaned them all up. Yeah, I should just get rid of them and go through the base and start putting some lighting that's more appropriate to the base, like the cage lamps and stuff from Blue Power. So there we go. Mass Fabricator is mass fabricating. Interesting. Does it have a recipes button? No, I have no idea. And it has UUA and UUM. No idea what that means. Definitely gonna have to do some research. This takes UUM, UU matter. I wonder what UUA is. Interesting.
Don't know.
Wonder if that's. Well, anyway, this is gonna take that. So I don't know if I want to, because this is probably drawing power, right? It's drawing some power, I would assume. That's gonna, be. Whoops, wrong hallway. That's gonna be burning up nuclear fuel. Good. Let's see. I see that the system has refreshed the nuclear rods recently. Let's check our uranium supplies. Oh, pretty good. We're still well over, almost at 500 uranium. in reserve right now. Definitely going to have to get the bees in full force making uranium so we don't run out of fuel for this. So that's going to eventually make some UU matter. There we go. Look at that. Amount 1. Ooh. That seems like this is going to take a long time. I bet if I put some scrap or something in there, it would work better. I'm going to guess. So this might be the time to make the recycler. But I'm not going to do that on camera. I'll just make the recycler off camera. It's nothing, I don't think it's too special. Then we can start dumping all of our garbage and excess stuff that we have into there instead of just voiding it or trashing it. So would probably make the 512 version. Some circuits, some pistons, glowstone. Nothing too special. Pistons are a little bit, yeah. Okay, so machines are hooked up. Now all I got to do is get a circuit, or get a thing here, because I don't have anything to write my osmium pattern to. And yeah, so that's gonna take me a few seconds because that's some serious crafting, or some serious circuit crafting. Is that even? No, it's data something. There it is. It's got to be one of these data orbs. And that is a whole bunch of emerald and a whole bunch more emerald. Okay, back in a moment when I got that, and I'll get it started, and we'll see how fast the process is going to be. It's supposed to be slow, but we'll see. Okay, got all the pieces, parts I need for the data orb. Let's see here how long that's going to take to craft up. That's not too bad. So that'll be ready in a second. Go ahead and get that ready. And as soon as I have the data orb, I can start scanning the osmium, and then I can start replicating it, hopefully. It might take me a long time and a lot of power, but it should eventually be able to get more osmium and be able to make some higher tier stuff. Some more, yeah, the higher tier replicator, all that stuff. So if I put the why does it not want to go in there? High capacity, yes, no, just go here. Yeah, okay, there it goes. Goes there, gets used up, and hopefully it'll come out right here with a recipe in it. So how long does it say that it's going to take? It actually says that it's going to take 68,000 seconds. Would that be an hour and 8 minutes or so? No, that'd be longer than that. That's a long time. It's not going to happen in this episode. It might be done by next episode. Wow. Because that's going to take a lot of time. I'm going to have to make sure that it doesn't run out of power. I don't think anything is using a ton of power on that circuit, so. And the fabricator, down here is not going to pull a ton of current because it's only a 128 machine, so. We've already got up 8 UU matter. 8, I'm guessing that's millibuckets, so I don't know what it takes to make stuff. No recipes for this. I can't bring up recipes. But imagine I put my data orb there, and if it has enough UU matter, it should be able to make whatever material I put in there. Now these only make like basic materials like prime elements like osmium, platinum. I'm sure it could do iron and various other things. So probably could check that by looking at the data orb. Recipe, or actually usages. In the scanner, there are like 77 things you can do. So there you go. There's 77 things that you can replicate. Pretty much all of, well, you can replicate. Apparently you can replicate, orb to overwrite. Interesting. Copy of the orb. Oh, so you can make an additional copy of the orb. Okay. I get that now. So yeah, pretty much all of the dust, radion cell. That's interesting. Some fluids and things. So yeah, and different materials require different amounts of time based on probably the tier of the material. So I could even replicate plutonium. I wouldn't really need plutonium. I'm sure that it's not power efficient to try and replicate uranium. You would probably not get nearly as amount of power out of it as it would take to actually make it. What is that? Zinc is apparently. Wow, those are really high amounts of EU because it's a really long time to scan all that stuff. Let's see. The one I'm most interested in is iridium, and I'm pretty sure that one's doable. Iridium, and it's probably got to be the iridium dust. So there we go. There should be a scanner recipe for this. Packager, polymer sifter. Oh, actually, it'd be usages, not recipes. Usages. There we go. Fluid scanner. There we go. That one's gonna take a really long time. A really long time. So yeah, I'll probably do that one next. Those are the only two materials I can think that I would really need to replicate because they're hard to come by. Although I could, with the amount of iridium that I got from processing that ore, I probably could go ahead and make my armor. Maybe we'll save that for the next episode. There's one other thing I wanted to do this episode, not related to the machine, to the GregTech machines, but more related to applied energistics. And you know, I'm always making long episodes anyway, so might as well just get right into that. It's something I've been wanting to do for a few days after talking with Profound Games, and he was running back and forth from his lab to the core computer here to be able to access the inventory. Now, I did run him out. I did run out a cable over here and give him a nice interface right here for him to access his stuff, or him to access the primary inventory from right here. I was going to give him another panel on this side that was going to be a subnet for the bees. I wanted to work together with him on it because he said he wanted to do some applied energistics things. But real quick, let's see if I can get this relatively quick. I wanted to set up the wireless network. Now, I've been hesitant about setting it up because in 1.6.4, the wireless network always gave me trouble, especially on the crash landing mod pack. But that's a bad preconception based on a past experience because, you know, the whole 1.7.10 mod is completely different. It's applied energistics 2. They should have had, it's all kinds of recoded. So if it does have problems, it's probably going to be different than the problems it used to have. So let's get one together. So I want to make a wireless access terminal, which is going to require Fluix Pearl. I believe I can have it craft Fluix Pearls. Fluix Pearls, I do have that one set up. Let's go ahead and make 2 of those because we're going to need at least, actually, let's go ahead and make 8 of those. Actually, yeah, do it. That might take a few seconds because it has to make the Fluix crystals, and hopefully it's making those kind of Fluix crystals. I should have checked that. Go look at the crafting thing. Also, I decided I'm not actually gonna make 4 more crafting CPUs over there, crafting computers, because these 4 have been doing quite well, more than enough, really. Let's see, it's gonna make, yeah, it's actually gonna make the pure Fluix crystal, which is what I wanted to do. Good, and it can cancel that one. It must have. Occasionally, this thing's not perfect. This the Crystal Ghost Chamber of Horror is not perfect. Because once in a great while, something will spill outside of it. It'll pop out of that Buildcraft pipe and, well, there you go. It just did it. And end up landing on the floor out here. If it's a seed crystal, that's okay. Because those don't despawn. I can come back later and pick it up and put it in. But if it's redstone, like if it's making fluix, if it's redstone or one of the other quartz crystals and it pops out here on the ground, it just despawns. So there might be, and well, then whatever it goes in there ends up despawning too. So because it just times out. But the seed crystals don't. So it's not perfect. I could probably improve the design, but I really like the way it looks right now, and it does function 99% of the time. So I'm gonna stick with it. Let's see. So let's go take some moments for the seed crystals to be formed. What else can I make while I'm doing that? So I'm gonna need those for both the wireless access point and the wireless access terminal. Pretty sure. Yeah. So I need that. I want to need some calculation processors. I'm going to need an ME terminal. Can I do that right off the bat? No, I need some cores. So go ahead and craft me up about there we go, about 6 of those. And 6 of these. And dismiss and charged quartz? Really? I have a solution to that. Quartz. Where is it at? Quartz. Make me some quartz. And that'll get processed in the chemical reactor. I also have another way to get quartz too. I can take some quartz dust, just some Certus quartz dust, and go out to our receptionist, Buster. Hopefully, he probably doesn't have that particular trade unlocked right now, does he? Nope. Shoot. So sometimes I can trade Certus quartz 1 for 1, dust for quartz. I can also get, for 2 Certus quartz, I can get 2 emeralds. That's a really good trade there. And then I can take those 2 emeralds plus 1 and get 27 quartz back. But that's another way I've been doing it. That's his main function out there, is to for us to get Certus quartz without having to go and find a bunch of it. But we really got a decent supply right now, so it's not a big deal. So now if I ask for some cores, it should have some annihilation cores. Yes. Go ahead and make me 6 of those as well. So there and there. There we go. ME terminal. Grab a couple of those because I'm going to end up probably making multiple. Make sure everybody has their own wireless interface. And I'm not even sure how you bind these to the AE system now, because you used to put it inside the what is that? Blue power wireless transceiver. Okay. Something apparently that doesn't function yet because it isn't fully implemented. Be interesting to see what it does when it is implemented. Anyway. There we go. Dense. It requires a dense energy cell? Wow. Okay. So I need another calculation processor. C processor need, let's get a few of these. No, not that many. There we go. Few of those. And yeah, that's kind of expensive. I wasn't realizing that was dense cell and that requires all of these being made. So that's a bunch more fluix and some Certus quartz. That's not too bad, I guess. I need fluix dust though, so probably not going to be able to make that much of it. Nope. I need more charged quartz. Hopefully I can make enough to... Can I make at least 40? Yeah. Hopefully I can make enough of that to at least get 1 remote going for now. Wire. less. There we go. Let's get this point thing done. I should have that, right? Do I have all? No. Well, about that. Oh, need some fiber. Craft me that. Go. There we go. And I need one for the access point too. So just gonna make enough to demonstrate it. See if I can figure out how to get it to work. Oh yes, wireless. Come on. There we go. Access point. Perfect. Okay, and I want this to be as centralized as possible. I don't want to go down there because I am really maxed out on channels for that wire that goes straight down. So I want to go up. Put it in the space above here on a cable somewhere. Now, let's see, can it go on there? It appears that it can go on there, no problem. I think no problem. Hey, there it goes. It's on. Okay, we're good. And I got plenty of space on that cable for connections for now. And if I need to, I can just move this around to any one of these. But that's about as close to centralized as I can get since I have the cable going right up through the center already. It's only one off of the very, very center of the base. So let's see if we can get some of that dense cell made. Oh, dang it. Keep hitting the wrong key. Go figure, right? I only do that like every episode, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. Goes around a what was it? Calculation processor? Right? One of these. Yes. One dense energy cell. And apparently I made one of these at some point earlier. Okay. So I need this guy right here. Should have everything in there. Yep. Okay. Now, question is, the device is low on power. Okay. I gotta charge it up somehow. How would I charge it up? Good question. Good question. What would I put it in? How would I charge it? Imagine I could charge it in in about any device that would charge IC2 power. Can I open it? Oh, this does have an interface. Does oh, this is just basically for okay. How would I link this? Do I click that? Do I shift click that? Device is low on power. Well, let's go charge it up. I'm thinking I can probably just put it in inside one of my MFSUs for a moment. It should power it. Should charge it up, I would imagine. Let's find out. Imagine it can go in here. Get charged? Yes. It will charge off of the MFSU. Good. Okay, now device is low on power. Now it's going to give me a different... No, it's not going to give me any message. Okay, so maybe I click the controller? Well, that's interesting. Okay. It tries to open for a second, but then doesn't. Interesting. Okay, well, like I said, it definitely has its own set of bugs. Separate from the different issues from what I had in 1.6.4, but apparently still issues. Okay, I don't know. It still says unlinked. Oh, that could be a problem. How do I link it? It doesn't say. Maybe I shift click this. Maybe I shift click on that. Does that do anything? No. Can't open the interface there. Maybe I put it over here for a second? No. I don't know. I'm sure one of you guys is going to tell me how to do this as soon as I upload this video. So, what else could I possibly try to before? Because I didn't look this up or anything. I just was like, let's give it a shot. And what could I possibly use to link this? Oh, I know what I think I need. Hopefully I'm right here. Is there a security thing in here? I bet I need a security. Yes, I bet I do. Security, there it is. Security terminal. 16K cell. I actually have the cell ready to go. Nice. So I just need an ME chest. What am I short on? There. Nothing. I had everything, right? Oh, yeah. There we go. ME chest and an engineering processor. Cool. I'm not too far off from having this. Engineering processor, go. I'll put this probably down in my area, I think. The security terminal. And I might have to make some upgrades in order for that, if I want that. I don't know how far this will go. It's supposed to go, I think, 32 blocks, which is not quite all the way out to the living areas, or for each individual's lab. So probably have to put the maximum upgrades on that. At least that's the old version. I don't know about this version. Whoops. There we go. Engineering processor, yes. Yeah, I don't think this, I don't really have a good place to put it in here. You know what would be a good place for it, I think? Right there. Perfect. That actually looks quite good. Okay, oh, now open that up. Ah, look at that. That's what you do. Right there. I'm linked. Now, question is, can I open it from here? Nope. Wireless out of range. Wireless out of range. Still out of range. Out of range over here? Wow, you gotta be pretty close to that thing for it to work. Okay, well, it doesn't really help until I put some range upgrades in it. Orange. No, I want, how expensive are those going to be? I know I've seen them in here. Just a little bit ago, I've seen these. They're there. The question is, Ender Pearl Dust. Well, I got that. Certus Quartz and Fluix. Yeah, why not? How many? Oh, what, I run out of Fluix? Make me some more Fluix, please. Ah, I'm out of quartz again. Quartz. Craft me some more quartz, please. Oh, okay. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Maybe if I don't try to make quite as much. There we go, 20. Can you do that? Yeah. Make me some Fluix, please. Shouldn't take too long for that. And then we'll see how many of these we can get in there. Usually it's 16, so I'm going to make just a little bit more than 16 and see if they all go into the range upgrade. Of course, that's probably going to make it take more power. There we go. 18. We'll see if they all go in. Go up there. And put those all in. And they all go in. Okay. So, gosh, I can barely... Let me try and get the text over some white white. So I can read that. There we go. Barely still. Wireless access point range is now 92 meters. Energy usage is 48 AE a tick. That's a pretty good amount of usage, but 98 meters, I'm pretty sure, is the entire base. So let's go out. I'll have to get somebody to help me with this and like put them in until we can basically max out the range without using extra ones all the way out to the edge. Hey, look, I can open it up all the way out here. Yay! Wireless throughout the entire base off of one access point. Perfect. Yay. Of course, I could put an access point in each place and maybe cost less energy. I'll have to figure that out later. But anyway, I think I've gone well over my desired time. So let's wrap this up about right here, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it. And be sure and leave a like, comment, a thumbs up, all that fun stuff. I need to turn off those effects for the next episode because they've probably been going off the whole time. I'm already at the point where I ignore them. Let me know if it bugs you guys to see those the entire video because we have the regeneration. But yeah, leave a like, comment, thumbs up, all that fun stuff. And even if you didn't like the video, leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel I can do better in the future, and I'll see if I can accommodate you. Until next time, I will catch you later.